All right, everybody, welcome back. So we're looking at my Tastyworks account, and I wanted to kind of just go through a couple of these trades. Let's talk first about the way that I have the platform set up so that you'll understand a little bit what we're looking at here and give a little bit of thought perhaps into what your uh, broker platform looks like and where the information is that you deem appropriate. All right, so what do I mean by that? When I'm looking at my platform, trying to see which trades I have on, which ones need to be managed, where they're at, am I in any risk, are any of them getting out of control? I want to be able to see the information that I'm looking for right away. So I can see on my platform here the trade price. It's the first thing on the list. You can see that some of them are green and some of them are red, showing a minus. And you really need to understand what your broker's telling you here. For these two red trades, they're red because I paid to enter into these trades. So I bought these. Well, let's look at what I have here. It's AMC and that's a put. So I bought a put on AMC. And then I have McDonald's here and this is a butterfly. So I bought a butterfly and I bought a put. Not too bad right there, right? Nice and easy. Now you can see looking at Microsoft, there's nothing there. The reason that there's nothing there is because I closed a Microsoft trade today. All right, so I don't have to worry about Microsoft. And in fact, I could uncheck the closed button, but we'll get there in a moment. I've got Netflix in green. Now, what does that mean? That means I collected money when I opened the trade. It's a credit spread or some kind of spread where I collected credit. Twitter is blank, but it is where the others are green, indicating that I closed a credit spread or some trade that was a credit. I have VIX in the green and W in the green, all of those indicating that they were opened for a credit. Now the next column says mark. Mark is the mid price between the bid and the ask, and if I wanted to exit this position right now, which we're in after hours, so technically I couldn't, but it was the last traded price before the close, the last mid before the close. If I was wanting to exit this position, I would need to pay here to get out of it, right? Or I should say I need to sell it, depending on where I'm at. So for these red ones, I paid money to open it. I will collect money when I close it because I will sell what I had bought. Right, so it's showing me that it's green, that I'm going to collect money. And if I bought something for $57 to make a profit, I need to sell it for more than $57. Now, I don't want to sell that put. Uh, I'm using that put to run a synthetic premium position where I am going in and selling premium in AMC. And I'm holding that put so that I can sell front puts and make money. All right, so that puts just something that I'm going to be hanging on to. No big deal there. The next one in line is McDonald's. I paid to open that position, and I will need to sell it to close. And when I sell it, I'll get money, so that's why it's green. We keep going down the list. We got Netflix. Since I collected money to get in, because I sold to open, I'll have to spend money to close. So money coming out of my pocket is red, right? That's an expense. Now I'm going to turn off the ones that are closed so that they'll just be out of the way. These are the trades that I currently have in the account. I have stock too, but there's no reason to walk through any of the stock, right? So the reason that these are green or red is because on the day they're either up or down. Right? So if I went to the chart, we would see that Microsoft had moved through the day and it closed 25 cents higher than where it opened. So it's green. The VIX is down on the day and it closed at the end of the day lower than where it opened. right? So that's what all these colors and numbers are, all the way up to mark. It might seem very silly to walk through in a video like this what it is that we're looking at, but I help a lot of people and they send me pictures of their brokerage accounts from all kinds of places. And a lot of those brokers have the area for your portfolio designed in ways that are completely different. A lot of times it takes me a little while to even get through all of the things that they have on there. And when I ask them, why are you showing this or why are you showing that? They say, well, I don't know. It was just on there and I didn't change it. You want to take the time on your broker platform to eliminate the things you don't need to see. And then find the things that you are looking for. So here on Tastyworks, if I go up to the cog up here, I can add all of this stuff. Maybe some of it might be useful, depending on what kind of trades I had in there. But for the most part, I'm showing what I want to show. I promise you, though, if I hit the reset button, it's going to put a lot of junk over here that I don't need. And I would even argue that I don't need all of these here on the back. I mainly want to know what the trade price was, because the trade price and the color of that trade price is going to let me know if it was a debit or a credit and how much I paid or collected. And next to that, I want to see the mark, because once I know how the trade was opened, whether I took a credit or a debit, and I know what that number is, I can immediately look at mark and I can see, am I up in the trade or am I down in the trade? So let's go back in here. We've got the IV rank. Now, technically, as a person who does a lot of trades with credit, rank is supposed to be something pretty important. But I can tell you that rank has nothing to do with the outcome of the trade, meaning winner or loser. It will have quite a bit to do with how much money you might make, but I don't hold a trade accountable to rank alone. IV is more important when I'm putting on the trade so that I can build a trade that works with IV, or I can build a trade that is protected against IV. The pop, it's something that I glance at, but again, something that I won't use as an elimination feature. So if I'm building a trade and I look at the pop and it says I have a 21% chance of seeing profit, I'm not going to immediately walk away from that trade. In fact, like I had mentioned earlier, I only bought this put so that I could sell puts, right? So I don't have any intention of this put actually making any money, and I'm already resigned to the idea that I'm going to lose this $57. But I'm selling puts, and after I make that $57 back selling puts, all the extra money that I make selling puts is my money. So I'm working to pay that off. Okay. But that's the next column, is the pop. Now next to that is cost. Cost seems a little bit redundant, right? When we're looking at this and then we look at this. The reason I had it up there is because when I was talking with a client earlier, they were getting a little confused when I would say a dollar or a penny. And so it's easier when talking to people who are newer to options if we just use the actual values rather than the actual trade price, right? So we can go in and actually get rid of cost and get that out of the way. So after that, we've got P&L open. Since I've opened the position, how much has it made or lost? All right, now don't get hung up on this, but you can see that that VIX trade that I put on has lost 1,600%. That can look very extreme, but I collected 1 penny when I opened the trade, and it's down $16. So it kind of throws people off when they see, 1,600% down. Yeah, it's okay though, right? That is a minus red So it's showing that if I wanted to get out of this trade, I would have to pay $17. Since I collected $1, that means I would actually lose $16 if I was to try to close the trade today. I don't want to close this trade. That's my hedge. I'm going to be holding that for a while. But I can easily, at a glance, see that this Wayfair trade is nearing the 50% mark, and that it's getting close to the point where I need to manage the position. Not necessarily close it, but do something with it. Now, P&L opened without the percent sign is showing the actual dollar value of how much the trade has made or lost. I like to deal in percentages, but it's always helpful to actually see the dollar amount next to it. And then next to that was how much did the trade make today? And one thing that I really like to see as an options trader is on Saturday and Sunday, I make money. I know it's just theta, but it still feels good. It feels good to turn on the broker on Saturday and Sunday and look over here and see that my credit trades are making me money on the weekend. And then, of course, days to expiration. When I have all of these closed, you can't see the days to expiration because this is only telling us the market, and that market doesn't have an expiration. The options trades do. So you can see that McDonald's, my earnings trade for Monday, is a 7-day trade. It's a very, very short-term trade. My premium position, the one where I bought the put and I'm selling puts against it, it is the most longest dated. And then I have Netflix for 70 days out, a hedge trade for 73, and I have the Wayfair for 28 days. Notice that I am spread out all over the place. I've got very short-term trades, mid-term trades, longer-term trades, and even 4 months out. I've got premium positions where I'm selling puts, and I've got butterfly positions for earnings. I've got credit spreads just to ride the theta decay, and then I have a hedge. I've got trades here in the restaurant industry, the entertainment industry, shopping, just all over the place, right? We want to diversify as much as possible. What I don't have on at the moment is any short trades. I do need to get one of those. I just don't have any right now. So I'm very heavy in my beta weight. If the market was to go down, I don't have any trades that would make money on a down move other than the VIX, right? But that would take a serious move down and not just a slight move down. All right, guys, I don't want to take up too much of your time. In the next video, we're going to go through and discuss how to manage these positions. And I'm going to be updating this video with that kind of management discussion. I appreciate your time, and I look forward to seeing you at the next video.